There is other things happening here.
And Tom's murals take those other things right into sectarian territory. His first one in the Bog Side portrays life before the Troubles.
The mural shows the men standing at the street corner. It was a landmark in its time. They would have discussed everything at that corner, you know. It conjures up a feeling of the memory of what it was like before the trouble started. And it's important to me that people remember not just the bad things, but they remember some of the community spirit that they did have. They remember some of the good things. I think it's best that people see it, see Christianity in your life. It's very easy to wear a cross around your neck. It's very easy to paint a cross on a gable wall. To me, Christ in my life means that he is Lord, it means he is God, and therefore he's involved in all the decisions. So even the murals that I would do, or whatever community I would work in, I bring that before God as well. And I like to think that, well, I know that he's with me in all that I do, and I like to think that in some sort of small way, there's light shining through both the work and me as a person.
The election battle for London and the South East. Full reports on Thames News until polling day. The issues that matter, the seats to watch. The politicians and the people. Join Steve Clark in the studio, Jane Ball on location. Each weekday, 6:30.
Next on Thames, the news headlines, followed by the nighttime film, One Way Out, about an underworld boss who will stop at nothing to cover his tracks.
Next Wednesday, has Morse finally met his match?
You're struggling, Morse.
Calm down, Morse.
Next Wednesday at 8 on Thames.
There is a London airport designed exclusively for the business traveller. One that gives you a 10-minute check-in and treats you like a VIP from the moment you arrive. One that gives you closer access than anyone else to all the business facilities you may need. One that offers you key European destinations without a long walk to your plane. One London airport, in fact, that you can use without leaving London. London City Airport.
What's tastier in every variety and helps keep cats happy and healthy? Whiskas.
Right now, an ugly wall called tartar is building up on your teeth. And only your dentist can pull it down. But this wall won't stay down, which is why there's Colgate Tartar Control with fluoride, a great tasting adult toothpaste specially formulated to reduce tartar buildup, so your teeth will feel cleaner and smoother. Colgate Tartar Control fights the buildup of tartar.
Are you using separate detergent and softener in your wash? Are you spending more than you need?
How sensible is it to buy Bold? Can it do two jobs all in one? Well, as a journalist, I have to be curious. So I agreed to try Bold on my family's laundry. Cleaning, I got superb results. And the softness Bold delivered meant I found no need for a separate softener. And because it's all in one, Bold costs less. So why buy two when Bold's all in one? My advice? Better buy Bold.
We put a lot into our new Dolmio frozen meals. Freshly made egg pasta, succulent meat, chunky vegetables, cheddar and parmesan, and Dolmio sauce with 2 types of tomatoes and a unique blend of herbs and spices. There's delicious lasagna, irresistible cannelloni, and tempting ravioli. New Dolmio frozen meals. Put the Dolmio smile on your face.
So, tomorrow's the big interview. The chairman thinks this boy could go far, but not if he takes his dandruff with him.
Dandruff? Well, I wash my hair every day.
You wash your hair 8 days a week with your frequent shampoo. Won't work like this.
Ordinary frequent shampoos just rinse flakes away, but the flakes come back. With Head & Shoulders, the dandruff is gone.
Head & Shoulders frequent?
Yeah, I use it every day.
But you don't have dandruff.
That's my boy.
Head & Shoulders frequent, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
If what you drive says a lot about who you are, what happens when your car changes? What happens when you discover it has a 16-valve, 1.8-litre engine? A new aerodynamic system, totally new suspension. Even a catalytic converter. Get behind the wheel of the all-new XR3i, and who knows what you'll discover about yourself.
The doors are now open for nighttime, starting in a few minutes with the film One Way Out. In America's top 10, the race is on for the #1 position. Can Vanessa Williams continue her reign? Video Fashion looks at traditional styles making a comeback before another round of questions in Quiz Night. An Elvis impersonator gets a shock in the Twilight Zone, and then Clive Gunnell sets out for picturesque Broadway along the Cotswold Way. There's more reruns from the archives in 50 Years On before a new series of comedy, When Three's Company, and Jack finds himself babysitting for a lively teenager. All that later, first the news.
John Major has shifted his fire against the Liberal Democrats, accusing their supporters of offering Neil Kinnock the key to the door of 10 Downing Street. But two new opinion polls tonight suggest the Lib Dems are gaining support from the Conservatives and from Labour. Gallup for the Daily Telegraph suggests the Conservatives on 38 are half a point ahead of Labour, 37.5, with the Liberal Democrats up 4. NOP for Newsnight and The Independent has the Conservatives 2 points behind, with Liberal Democrats up 5 points. ITN's average of the most recent polls indicates Labour ahead of the Conservatives by 3 points. The group of 7 leading industrialized democracies have agreed to give $24 billion worth of aid to Russia and the other former Soviet republics. The move was presented by President Bush as an American-led initiative, but the United States is providing just over $1 billion in aid. The Princess of Wales joined 200 mourners in a Northamptonshire village for the funeral of her father, Earl Spencer. She followed the coffin out of the church close to the Spencer family home. The message attached to her flowers said, "I miss you dreadfully, darling Daddy, but will love you forever." That's it for now. We'll have more news later.
Now on Nighttime, a major production, and that's got nothing to do with number 10 Downing Street. An aging detective is forced to take a bribe to save his daughter from prison in the 1955 classic One Way Out.